The Avalon Q from Canaan is a Bitcoin miner that turns electricity into heat, and also satoshis. And before you ask, yes, I know this sounds insane. Yes, I'm aware I could just buy Bitcoin, which I do. Yes, my spouse has questions I don't have good answers for, but either way, I'm heating my basement office anyway, so why not heat it with a machine that pays me back in magic internet money? This is either the dumbest thing that I've ever done, or I'm a freaking genius. And honestly, I won't know which is which for about 3 more years. So let's talk about why I willingly turned my office into a Bitcoin mining operation, and more importantly, whether you should join me in this beautiful madness. Let's look at the machine itself. Opening this box was like Christmas, if Santa worked in ASIC manufacturing. It came with proper packaging, rubber feet, which is nice, a Wi-Fi dongle, and a C19 power cord that's chunkier than it needs to be, but makes you feel like you're doing something serious. There's a mining pool card for F2 pool in here, which is Canaan's polite way of suggesting where you should mine without actually telling you what to do. This thing has 3 power modes. Eco mode at around 850 watts for people who like their neighbors. Standard mode at 1360 watts for people who enjoy living dangerously, and super mode at around 1674 watts for people whose circuit breakers have completely given up on life. It's got both Ethernet and Wi-Fi, so you can hardwire it if you're fancy, or just let it ride on Wi-Fi like a normal person. The build quality on this is legitimately impressive. This isn't some janky hardware that'll die in 6 months. This feels like I'm gonna run for 5 years straight build quality, which matters when you're making questionable financial decisions, like I do. Anyway, let's talk about setting this up. The setup requires you downloading the Avalon Family app, and I need you to understand how shocked I was when this app turned out to be good, like actually functional. A lot of hardware like this has apps that look like they were translated by someone who learned English from fortune cookies. But this one is actually competent. You scan for the miner using Bluetooth, punch in your Wi-Fi, and boom, you're mining, kinda. The display on the front shows your IP in tiny numbers that require squinting for blind people like me, or you can long press on the app like you're trying to defuse a bomb. There's a reset button that's actually a button, not like a pinhole designed by sadists. One weird quirk I found is I can't change the IP address after setup without a full reset, which I discovered the fun way. Also, the app logs you out constantly, like it has trust issues, but it does reconnect pretty fast, so I've made peace with it. We all have flaws. Now onto the space heater, or Bitcoin miner itself. Remember how I said this is a space heater? I meant it. I fired this thing up in standard mode, and my 10x12 office went from 72 to 75 degrees in like 15 minutes. And that's too warm when you're trying to work without sweating through your shirt, so I dropped down to eco mode, which keeps it around 70, 72 with the door open. Now, my basement office here has a window that's really drafty, and the rest of my basement stays at a frigid 65 degrees. So think about that. This thing creates a nice 10-degree bubble for warmth, which in the winter is perfect, but in the summer is a problem I'll deal with when I get there. Probably by turning it off and crying about lost Bitcoin. Now, the air does get a little dry, but that happens with any space heater, and honestly, my baseboard heaters did the same thing. The noise level in eco mode is about 40 decibels measured right next to the thing. That's quieter than your fridge having an existential crisis at 3 a.m. Standard mode is louder, but still just like box fan on medium loud, not industrial ASIC screaming loud. I can work in here, take calls, record videos, whatever. It's genuinely quiet, which is wild for something mining Bitcoin at this hash rate. Now on to the power consumption. My house was wired in an era when people didn't own 17 devices that all need charging at the same time. So the circuits are a beautiful disaster. Running this on standard mode while my garage heater was going instantly popped the breaker, which was educational. Eco mode on a regular 120 volt circuit pulls around 850 watts and runs all day without my house trying to catch fire. So that's where we live. Started testing the super mode on 120 volts for about a minute, and then my survival instincts kicked in and I remembered I don't have explaining electrical fires money. Now, when it's in standby, it uses like 9 watts to do absolutely nothing, which feels like a metaphor for something, but I'm not sure what. I never got around to testing super mode on 240 volts because I don't have the adapters, and honestly, eco mode does everything that I need. It heats the room, it mines Bitcoin, it doesn't trip breakers. Mwah! All right, here's the math. Let's talk money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
On eco mode, running about 55 terahash at 850 watts. In today's Bitcoin money, well, 2 weeks ago Bitcoin money, I make around $1.85 a day in Bitcoin. Now, I use Mining Dutch, which merge mines 11 different SHA-256 coins all at once, most of which are worth pretty much nothing, but it does add another 8 to 10 cents a day. So after pool fees, that's just under $2 a day. $60 a month, the machine costs like $1,800. Break even is a little over 2 years, if absolutely nothing changes, which it will because Bitcoin doesn't believe in stability. Right now, the network hash rate is dropping, which means temporary extra satoshis until the difficulty adjusts and ruins my party. Realistically, I am heating this space with electricity anyway. My baseboard heater pulls the same wattage, actually a little bit more, and gives me 0 Bitcoin. So I'm looking at this like I'm spending the money on heat regardless. I might as well get paid back a little something. Plus, I believe in Bitcoin. I feel like it's going to appreciate significantly over the next several years, which really changes this entire calculation. If it triples, this could pay for itself in under a year. If it doesn't, well, at least I'm warm while I'm losing money. So that's something. So who should do this ridiculous thing? This actually makes sense if you're already heating with electricity and you want to feel clever about it. I'm in an all-electric house running baseboard heaters that cost basically the same to operate and give me nothing back except warmth and regret. A normal space heater pulls like 700 to 1500 watts. This pulls 850 to 1360 between the eco and standard mode. The difference is one of them mines Bitcoin while heating my office and makes me feel like I'm participating in the future of money, and the other one is just a boring heater, like some kind of responsible adult would use. Honestly, if you're buying this for mining ROI at today's rates, just buy Bitcoin directly and save yourself the complexity. And if you're buying this purely as a space heater, $1,800 is bonkers when a good space heater costs $100, $150. But if you're doing both and you believe in Bitcoin long-term and you genuinely need heat anyway, this is honestly pretty rad. Yes, I said rad. Deal with it. Also, it's a great conversation starter when people visit and ask why your office sounds like a small data center. Yeah, it happens. So what I actually like about this thing really is the build quality. It's legitimately excellent. This feels like it was engineered by people who care about making things that last, not disposable garbage that dies after a warranty expires. The app is shockingly good. I keep waiting for it to betray me with broken English or nonsense menus, but it just works. It does what it says on the tin, mines Bitcoin quietly, heats my office, and runs 24/7 without complaining. The 3 power modes are useful for dialing in exactly how much heat or hash rate you want. Wi-Fi works fine. Ethernet's there if you want to use it. In the winter, this thing is a perfect solution to a problem I definitely have, which is my office is cold and I want Bitcoin. In the summer, it becomes a problem I'll solve by turning it off. But that's a future me issue. Present me is cozy and accumulating satoshis and feeling very smug about the whole situation. Now, there's alternatives that nobody asked about, but Canaan makes smaller versions of this like the Nano 3S at like $300 and the Mini 3 at I think around $1,200. Same concept, different scales, same challenging economics. I'm genuinely curious if the Mini 3 is a more radiant heat versus this blower style thing, because I have a spare room that could use warming. So maybe I'll grab one, you know, for science. Now for actual profitable mining, you're gonna wanna send machines off to hosting facilities for cheap, industrial, affordable power, which I would recommend doing through Terra Hosting for serious mining. Link in the description. This isn't competing with that. This is for people who wanna mine at home because they're heating anyway, or because they wanna participate in the network directly, and they're okay with the economics being what they are. All right, let's sum this up. Look, the Avalon Q is a really well-built Bitcoin miner that's actually designed for home use and delivers on being quiet and functional. It mines Bitcoin, heats your space, does both jobs without making you want to throw it out a window. And honestly, the economics here are challenging because the network hash rate is insane and residential power isn't getting any cheaper. But if you're heating with electricity anyway, this is a pretty clever way to offset those costs while stacking up some Bitcoin. Is it smart? Depends on your definition of smart. Is it profitable? Maybe, eventually, if Bitcoin goes up. Is it fun? For sure. Am I gonna keep running it? Yes. because I'm heating this office regardless, and getting paid back in Bitcoin feels better than getting paid back in nothing. Full disclosure here, I got this machine in exchange to review, so factor that into your trust calculations. And honestly, even if I hadn't gotten this to review, I've been heating my house with crypto miners for about 4 years, off and on. Really, in the wintertime, when it gets cold, we turn on the miners and it heats the place up, and we make a little something something on the side. Leave a comment with your electricity rate so we can all feel better or worse about our life choices together. Bonus points if you're running miners as heaters and can convince me that the Mini 3 is a necessary purchase for testing purposes. And I'll see you nerds on the next one.